amygdala theory and how much I love it, that I state that pretty much if you decide something simple is this blue, this color my mouse is at is blue, determine it is that you determine it's blue, that you cannot call it red and mean it. So as a joke, you could say it, you'll laugh about it, you'll retract it through some smile, through some form of a counter statement. Even if it's inside your mind, if you're saying it's not red, it's not blue, it's red, and I want my $1,000. In other words, if I put a $1,000 bet to it, you would still not be able to call it red without countering it if you have a conclusive file that is blue. The point is, you would never be able to look at this color in the future and say it's blue, it's red. Oh, what are the odds of that? What are the odds of that? I roll this mouse over there and it shows up red. All right, well, I knew that was going to happen. Just wanted to show you some conflict in your brain already. Like, wait a minute, is it blue? Is it red? Well, this is blue. When I scroll over it, a red button, a new red button appears. So this is now red you're looking at, or whatever color you interpret it as. Let's hit this lady's video is going to be talking about speed, slowing down your voice.
Do you speak fast? You're not alone. 8 out of 10 of my clients speak very fast. Hello, this is Cynthia, your voice coach.
Okay, that's her saying that. Now, I was going to do a parody for him having a little fun, but then I found, hey, my amygdala theory is everywhere. This is the world's fastest talking man. He did at one point. He did commercials for the rice, etc. But more importantly, listen how he resolves how he has to stop recording recording his takes on the video when they're doing the commercial, and he'll explain why, and I'll explain it because his amygdala, he can't have the conflict. His amygdala knows he just said the word wrong. He's trying to project this to the public, and he can't do it. He has to do a correction. This is the same thing with me. What I'll do when I'm reading something from you guys and I make a mistake on a word or something, I'll go, whatever, and I move on. That's the way I tell myself publicly, out in the open. All right, that word, that person's name, I can't read, so I'll just skip it. You see me with the mouse, and I go, okay, and then I'll go on to the next part of the word or a sentence or last name. So I accept that name I can't interpret or I can't pronounce correctly. So let's say that. And let's go for this and go.
Word and edgewise, it was self-defense.
Machida is
cerebral palsy for anyone that broke a Guinness record. So at first I wanted to ride the roller coaster at Coney Island. So I called Coney Island and they said, hey kid, take a hike at 12 years old. We're not going to let you strap yourself into the cyclone for 2 weeks straight. So I went home and I sort of flipped through the book and decided I was going to eat a car, swallow it.
Hold on, guys. You got to see the part where they ask them the question. Hold on.
We're not playing. I personally prefer playing with the Pats. So I just
1 minute rice. They hire him to do the commercials, but they're going to ask a question. It's going to go fast.
At what point did you realize you had this gift?
Well, when I was 12 years old, growing up on Long Island, there was a cerebral palsy fair a few blocks away from my house, and they announced that they would donate $2,000 to cerebral palsy for anyone that broke a Guinness record. So at first I wanted to ride the roller coaster at Coney Island. So I called Coney Island and they said, hey kid, take a hike at 12 years old. We're not going to let you strap yourself into the cyclone for 2 weeks straight. So I went home and I sort of flipped through the book and decided I was going to eat a car, swallow lead pipes. So the next best thing was to lock myself in a room and teach myself how to do the fast talking. I also grew up in a family with 5 sisters, so to get a word in edgewise, it was self-defense.
Machida is currently on tour in professorial attire, promoting this spoof of academia. 4 years of learning condensed into 10 minutes of listening.
But it's a neat little thing. It comes with fold-out, a curriculum, a little pocket-sized diploma. Once you graduate, you get to keep that. And it's orientation, biology, psychology, philosophy, political science, Roman studies, physics, visual arts, comparative literature, economics, and football.
Look what I whipped up with minute rice. Minute rice garden, medley, Chinese chicken, and seafood cacciatore. Maybe we'll move on to Mexican beef and minute rice and chicken amadillo.
Do you ever, trip over a word or something there? I mean, do you?
Generally what will happen, especially if I'm doing an industrial film or something.
Right now, the tripping over the word part. Here we go.
And you're trying to get 6 pages of dialogue out, and I'm sitting there, and I never memorize the things because they change them at every last minute. So I'm looking right into the camera, and there's a teleprompter there, and I'm reading it, and I'll mispronounce a word that nobody will catch. I mean, it won't be a bad mispronunciation, but it'll be wrong. And my brain will hear it. But I'll keep going because nobody stopped me. And about 6 words later, the brain goes, whoa, you can't get away with that. And all of a sudden, and I go, what, to stop? It was great. It was great. I said, no, I mispronounced that word 4 paragraphs back.
There we go. So there we go. That's the amygdala I think he's referring to, because the amygdala says we're not going to let you have, put on this lie. You're going to have to resolve it. And it stops him as he says, whoa, 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 whoa. It stops you and pulls you back. This is one of my tricks to determine and finding all lies from anybody. A narcissist is capable of lying, and so they're lying in a different format, but they are also subject to what this conflict. I've yet to find someone that's really not subject to this conflict. They can morally lie to you, but they also have problems answering the questions truthfully. And so you can figure even them out because they won't answer questions at all. So if you got a narcissist family member, they're usually they're to resolve the telling the truth or a conflicting lie. They just tell you, I'm not going to answer your questions. And so, in other words, this exists with everybody. Even the speed talker who's doing a commercial that nobody's going to be able to catch. Inside his mind, he was caught. Let's do it again. And his mind said, we got to fix this. And so you'll hear me say things like, whatever, when I botch something there. And that's so I can keep moving. I don't mean whatever, discounting it so much. Sometimes I do mean it in discounting format. But sometimes I mean it, okay, this word is, I'm telling myself, we're going to pass on that word there, that pronunciation of all these names, people's names we've run across. Here we go.
I'll mispronounce a word that nobody will catch. I mean, it won't be a bad mispronunciation, but it'll be wrong. And my brain will hear it. But I'll keep going because nobody stopped me. And about 6 words later, the brain goes, whoa, you can't get away with that. And all of a sudden, and I go, what'd you stop? It was great. It was great. I said, no, I mispronounced that word 4 paragraphs back. Lung trouble can come from the air you breathe at work, but thanks to the American Lung Association, you can breathe a little easier. They're working to fight all this lung disease. Your lungs are a miracle. Take care of your lungs. They're only human. And if my lungs weren't in great shape, I couldn't have said all this.
All right, guys. Just thought I'd give you that. And that's my segue back into the amygdala part of our brain that does not allow conflicts to exist. All you got to do is follow your conflicts in your head, and you'll know. So you and I can have an opposite statement based on the data. So if I only give you the data, Trump versus the Republicans versus the Democrats that only see their side. Well, they only see that data. Whereas me, I take on both datas. I try to see the other side. I take on the data anyway. I don't try to see it as far as want to see their side. I want to take on their data and see if they have something of any truth in it or any data I can use. I just don't get into a echo machine with my data. Of course, we know that most people are in echo machines. Okay, here we go. Terminating video with that respect to that last statement topic. Take care, guys.